And what is up, everybody? I am in the process of leaving sunny Swansboro, North Carolina, headed to Jacksonville to take the Greyhound back to Charlotte because probably that's probably the best and cheapest form of transportation from the two places, considering the fact that it costs $300 to try to land in the Jacksonville airport. But I'm out here visiting longtime friend, war buddy, Gunnery Sergeant Cesar Bocanegra of the United States Marine Corps. Say hi.
What's up, people?
And this, I owe a lot to this man. Specifically for the way I see it is, it's like the song says, I get by with a little help from my friends. This is going to be more of the philosophical rants. If not, I probably wouldn't be here today if not for him. From when we first met each other in Iraq to especially now, when I first got to North Carolina, I was stuck in the men's shelter because because nobody would rent an apartment to me, nobody would rent a room for me, and when I finally found a place, I couldn't get the money fast enough, and he paid for me a bus ticket to crash with him until I was finally able to get a place. And I hated the fact that I had to do that because I've come to visit him. I love him. I love his wife. I love his kids and everything. It's just that as many times as I've gone to see them, I would always pay my own way for everything, pay for my transportation, pay for my food and everything like that. But all of a sudden now he's got to pay for everything for me, and I was not happy about that because I know I'm a pretty expensive burden, and the fact that he was willing to do that is the reason why I was able to wait long enough until, in a safer environment, because where I was at in the homeless shelter, I had to get out of there. And no, I didn't want to have to mooch off of him, but it was better than where I was at. And shortly after that, I was able to get to where I am now. And, so even certain things like I'm going to Terrificon, trying to meet with Val Kilmer or Billy D. Williams, who you can't meet them unless you pay an obscene amount of money. Now, I didn't have the money to do this. My artwork, I make action figures of the pipe cleaners. I generally don't care for autographs. I like to giving back to the people who've inspired me. And what happens is, there was no way I could get the pictures that I wanted to with what I wanted to give them, because I didn't have the money for it. And somebody, actually went through the trouble of covering the cost for that. And I didn't like that they did that, but because of what was done, it was, it was an amazing experience, to say the least. Val Kilmer was very nice. Billy D. Williams, not so much. But I put a lot of work into that, and she didn't want to have all that work go to waste. And I appreciate that, and the responses that I've gotten from people because of that. You can't. Certain things come in life where, unfortunately, if you're anything like me, you don't want to have to rely on other people. And I've come from having to rely on people so much. I got sick of doing it because I've noticed that I wanted to be the person that people can rely on, and I'm not there yet. As much as I try, I'm not there yet. Yes, I got my own apartment for the first time in my life, but just certain little things that is I want to be, I want to be proud. It's no, I got to do this myself. You can't be too proud, especially with something as debilitating as not having a place to live, not have anything to eat, you can't be too proud to ask the people that have helped you in the past. And yeah, it sucks having to constantly come to them and anything like that. Try not to as much, but sometimes you just got to bite the bullet, and come humbly and just ask for help. And if not for that, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I know a couple people who wouldn't be where they are right now if not for people that they've known for years on end. My friend Mark, the reason he was able to go to the Philippines was because somebody spotted him plane ticket to Okinawa, and now he's living a lot better in the Philippines than he was broke and almost evicted from his apartment in New Rochelle. So certain things like that, be ready at any time to have to basically swallow your pride and basically ask for help, because that could be the one thing you need that's going to get you over the next hill. And if you have true friends, somebody that's really willing and ready and able to help you in that situation, if they offer it to you, just take it. Like, don't try to push it off and act like it's no big deal. Get out there, accept their help, move on to bigger and better things. I'm done talking. You guys have a good night.